Good afternoon. Welcome back to Nick Can't Game, or Can He? I am glad to see you here today. And welcome to the very first episode of my latest WWE 2K25 My GM series. This one's all about what they call the golden era of professional wrestling. In this game, we're going back to the mid 1980s when the WWF was exploding onto the national scene and Hulkamania was running wild. This was the era of larger-than-life superstars, unforgettable promos, and the kind of storytelling that made you believe every match was a war of good versus evil. In this game, we've got legends like Hulk Hogan, who body slammed his way into pop culture through appearing in movies like Rocky III and showing up on the A-Team. There's Macho Man Randy Savage, whose intensity and charisma were off the charts. And while the WWF was going national, their main competition was the National Wrestling Alliance that was still holding strong to its own icons. Ric Flair, styling and profiling champion of the National Wrestling Alliance, and his main opponent, Dusty Rhodes, known as the son of a plumber who spoke to the common man like nobody else could. Now, because WWE2K25 My GM mode doesn't let us use generic WWE or NWA branding, I've had to get creative. In this series, Raw will represent the WWF side of things, and WCW will stand in for the NWA. It's not perfect, but it gets the job done, and with all the wrestlers I've downloaded from that era, the vibe is definitely there. To keep things authentic to the era, I'm also restricting the general managers to people who were actually active during that time. So for Raw, we've got Miss Elizabeth, the elegant and beloved manager and former wife of Randy Savage. And for WCW, it's Sensational Sherry, who managed everyone from Randy Savage to Ric Flair and brought a whole different kind of fire to the ring. Each GM comes with a unique power card they can use once per season. Miss Elizabeth's power card lets you pick any superstar on your roster and instantly max out their popularity, stamina, and morale. It's like turning someone into a main eventer overnight. Sensational Sherry's card permanently reduces the morale of wrestlers all throughout the opposing brand, giving her the edge in a ratings war. She's all about disruption with this, and it fits her style perfectly. Now, on a personal note, this era is when I first got interested in wrestling. I saw Hulk Hogan in Rocky III when I went because, it was Rocky III. It was Sylvester Stallone, it was Carl Weathers, and it was our first look at Mr. T. So I first saw Hogan in that, and then on the A-Team, and he made an impact. Absolutely and 100%. Now, the first actual wrestling show I remember watching was a Saturday night main event at a grade school friend's house. We were working on some kind of project. I think it might have been for English class. But we wound up watching Saturday night's main event, and that stole the show. It wasn't until several years later, 1989, that I discovered the NWA. I was flipping channels on cable and stumbled across a video recap of the Terry Funk attack on Ric Flair, and that feud got me hooked on that company. And from that moment on, I love the NWA as much as I love the WWF, And later on, when it transitioned into WCW, I was a fan of that as well, all the way until they closed their doors in 2001. So this series is basically a tribute to that time, to all the stars who made wrestling feel real, to the promos that gave you chills, and to the moments that made you a fan for life. I'll be booking matches, building rivalries, and trying to recreate the magic of the golden era, one episode at a time. With that said, let's dive in. So here we are. I've saved a custom draft pool so that we can have access to all the stars that I downloaded. And we start off the draft. Season 1. We will start with a budget of $4 million. It's the same as the draft rules for the other video series I've been running. 9 mandatory draft rounds. After that, you can keep going as long as you can afford to, or you can stop whenever you want to. The system does show you recommendations of who to pick, and you can look at their info to see if there's someone you really want. So let's dive in. First things first, I'm playing as the WWF in the golden era. I gotta pick Hulk Hogan. It's a must. It's an absolute must. And okay, let's see. And if you've got Hulk Hogan, you've got to have the Macho Man. I mean, that's an absolute must. Now I'm going to go down. Let's see about their recommendations. Jimmy Jam Garvin, Dirty Dutch Mantel, Mark Callis. Mean Mark Callis, the man who in the late 1980s started wrestling in the NWA. First started out in one of the Texas territories. Eventually, he would go on to become The Undertaker. I'm going to grab him. Okay. Now, women. I need a good woman for my division. This is going to be a lot of money, but let's grab China. And I thought I removed some of these wrestlers, modern wrestlers, from the draft selection, but it looks like they snuck back in anyway. Okay, let's get a cruiser to challenge China as a giant. Okay, WCW has picked up one of the 4 horsemen. And Kerry Von Erich. I am going to go back to the men's division, and I swear I removed some of these people from the... Okay. I've got 2 heels in my men's division and only 1 face. So I've got to grab a baby face. Let's get Kerry's brother David to face off against Mean Mark. And let's see if I can't find Kevin for some tag team synergy. Where is he? I know I didn't. That's Fritz. That's the father. Where is Kevin? Here we go. Nice selection for WCW. Oh, very good. Let's see. So now I've got 3 faces and 2 heels in the mid division. Let's grab another heel. Can or Dutch. Yeah, Dangerous Dan Spivey. That sounds good. Ooh. Larry Sabisco. Sid Vicious. I bet he'd make a great team with Spivey. Don Morocco or Earthquake. Yeah. Let's grab Earthquake, and next time around I can try to grab Typhoon. Okay. I think Typhoon is a fighter. So let's see what we've got him on here. I thought he was a fighter, unless he's a bruiser. Okay, let's see. Here we go. The natural disasters. And let's move back to the women's side of things. I've got a face and a heel. I need... Let's grab a face specialist in Melly Fan. Heel specialist in Donna Matrix. Heel Giant and Jody Garcia. And a face cruiser. And let's go back to the men's division. We've got less than 1 million left. We've got 14 superstars so far. Let's get the Midnight Express. Let's see if I can get both of them. I got Bobby Eaton. Let's see if I can get Stan Lane. Alright. That gives us a good tag team division. So let's see who else we can grab. We've got 10 men, 6 women. I should probably try to pad out my women's division. She's got a good promo skill. Her. Okay, a bruiser. Okay. Female fighter for our female bruiser. And let's round things off. Who can I get to make a big splash in our men's division? On the one hand, I don't want to blow up my money before we even get started, but I can't help myself. Let's grab Ravishing Rick Rude. One more superstar and then we'll call it a draft. We'll have 20 wrestlers spread across both genders. Okay. Sting. Let's grab Sting. And that is where I will end my draft. And I think we've got a good mix of wrestlers for our WWF division. And WCW is still going. And they've come to a conclusion. And it looks like my dinner has arrived and is on the front porch. I will be right back. And we're back. The rosters have been finalized. And it's time to get into the meat of the game and start booking our shows. Here we are. The Hall of Fame induction ceremony will occur at the end of a season when any GM has collected the required number of trophies. All GMs will be entered into the Hall of Fame and ranked by the selected win condition. Ties are broken by the most cash. Trophies are awarded by completing career or seasonal challenges. And entering the Hall of Fame will allow you to continue playing or retire your save file. So here we are, starting out our week. Tonight's the night, the debut show. We have high hopes for you. With the roster we have, I think we'll be okay. I'm expecting big things of Raw this season, making it an amazing show. So we start off with Hulk Hogan as the world champion. He's going to get challenged by Randy Savage. Our men's tag team champions. Let's go with Eaton and Lane, the Midnight Express. And our Intercontinental Champion, let's go with Ravishing Rick Rude. On the women's side of things, we will have China as our women's world champion. Our women's tag team champions, let's see. Start off with a heel tag team. Let's go with Quinn B and Donna Matrix. And our women's intercontinental champion. Let's grab Jody Garcia for that. And those are our selected champions. It's time to start booking. Oh my. Oh my. That's going to be big. That is a very powerful power card. Sets the match quality boost to maximum for any matches with female superstar this week. That's going to be freaking big. We can use that during a go home show week and get amazing ratings. That's going to be big. Homecoming. Select a contracted superstar on your brand to be busy for 2 weeks. When they return, they will be a permanent superstar for your brand. Only available on unbooked superstars with contracts. Bad timing. We can use that against Sensational Sherry, and that will reduce the time of one of the contracts for her people by 2 weeks. Special promotion power card ensures that we'll retain most of our fans. That's good. Triple H wants at least one tables match this week. I think we can do that. Let's see. Here are our season challenges. Resolve 5 rivalries with the title match. Book 10 shows with GM interference. I'm not sure if we're going to get that done this season. Spend $1 million or more on shows. It could be done. Resolve 5 rivalries. Book 15 one-on-one matches. That's going to be the easiest challenge to do. Book 10 shows with interference. That's both run-in and GM. Purchase all power cards before a show 5 times. That depends on how we're doing financially. Book 10 shows with a self-promo. That's going to be easy. Training promo, also going to be pretty easy. And book 10 shows with a perfect drama curve. Okay, I think these seasonal challenges are going to be pretty decent for us. Let's see. Yeah, we'll save. We'll save our money this week. I don't see us needing to buy any of these right now. Do we want to grab someone from the roster and... Let's get some more money first. Okay, main event. For the championship. Giving Triple H his tables match. Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage. For the world title. We need a big match to start off the show. Let's go with our other men's title, Ravishing Rick Rude, and let's find him a challenger. Um, okay, the only face challenger is Kevin Von Erich, so we'll do that. Let's see. Mid card, we'll put our women's championship. China versus Quinn B. Second match of the night, let's do our men's tag team championship. Let's go Bobby Eaton and Stan Lane, the Midnight Express, against Dangerous Dan Spivey and Mean Mark Callis. Okay. Next to last match. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, let's do a women's Intercontinental title. The Giant Jody Garcia up against Neon Bright Star. Okay, now it's time to book out our promos. Self promo. Okay. Okay, let's get Penelope's popularity up. Let's do a training promo. For Sarcophagus. Nice name. Right, I want Typhoon to go heel so we can team him up with Earthquake. So we'll do that here. Okay, we won't do a tag team call-up this week. We will do a regular call-out. Let's get something started for Sting. Who can we have him call out? Sting against Mean Mark, the future Undertaker. That looks good. Okay. That is our first show. All booked out. The golden era is beginning. We spent $26,000. Let's see if we get that back. Let's hope for quality matches in our opening and main event. Rick Rude versus Kevin Von Erich for the Intercontinental Championship. And Rick Rude holds on to his belt. 3-star opening match. No rivalry started. Okay. Penelope Perfect, part of our women's division, has a good promo, gets herself 3 extra popularity. Tag team title match, the Midnight Express against Dan Spivey and Mean Mark. I believe they were called in real life the Skyscrapers. So it's the Midnights against the Skyscrapers for the World Tag Team Championship. And we have a new tag team champion. Three-star match. Rivalry starts. So we'll be having a rematch against them soon. Decent amount of ring XP for Sarcophagus. And next we have China versus Quinn B for the Women's World Title. China retains. Three-star match, no rivalry started. Typhoon turns heel. He'll be teamed up with Earthquake going forward. And the Women's Intercontinental Championship, Jody Garcia against Neon Brightstar. Jody retains. A 1.5-star disappointing match. Sting successfully calls out Mean Mark. That's going to be a one-on-one feud. And Hulk Hogan up against Randy Macho Man Savage for the World Heavyweight Championship. Randy picks up the win and the title. 4-star match. Starts a rivalry. That's good. Over in WCW, they have Demolition Axe taking on Dino Bravo. Butch Reed against Jim... No, sorry, that's Ron Simmons. Against Jimmy Jam Garvin. And yeah. Kerry Von Erich against... So we had good booking. It looks like overall we did better than WCW this week. Our opener and main event were the highlights of the show. Let's see. Performance wasn't quite there. It'll get better. Still a decent overall rating. Popularity went up for both of them. Okay. New rivalry. Popularity wasn't quite there, but that'll grow as we use them going forward. Decent star ratings for the title match and tag chemistry. Okay. Popularity was kind of there, brought more by China than anything else. Performance wasn't half bad. Both had popularity growth, that's good. Class matchups, roles, and title match, nice. Popularity, performance was there, the popularity wasn't. And this was good all around. Hogan's at 30 stamina. We'll have to see about resting him this week. We got 34,880 new fans and $30,000, $720 profit. The show notes say Ian and Lane work really well together as a tag team. Good show tonight. Spivey and Callis take the tag team champions. Quinn says China caught me on a bad day. It'll be a different story next time. Jody Garcia looking good with the win over Neon Brightstar. Mean Mark says you talk a good game, Sting, but my sister are going to do the talking next week. Spivey says he was always in control. So we have $254,000. After this, WCW only gained 25,000 fans and only had a profit of $7,000. They have two women working well as a tag team. Barbarella and Ella Rubal. Okay. They have $341,000. By getting the commissioner's goal, we have pre-match physio, which should reduce the chance of anybody getting hurt going forward. Going into our second week, now that Hogan has a stamina of below 40, he's vulnerable to becoming injured. The lower the stamina and the more strenuous the match, the greater that risk becomes. Superstars who are completely rested will recover 12 stamina points in a week. Those who cut a promo will recover 6 and can't become injured this week. Okay. Triple H wants to make sure Kevin Von Erich fights this week. We can get show logistics for the crew and the effects and advertising, but I want to save one more asset and grab the next tier of venues after this week. So here we are. Let's grab a health spa and use that on Hogan this week. Okay. Alright, first we're going to have increase the quality of the Hogan Savage feud by having Savage call out Hogan this week. Let's see. Let's put the women's tag team titles up for grabs here. B and Matrix. We need a face team for them. Millie Fanny Fan and Neon Bright Star. For our mid card, we'll do a men's tag match. The Natural Disasters against the Von Erich brothers. Alright, main event. Let's have Rick defend his title against Face. I might have to bring somebody in. No, let's go with Sting. Okay. Men's women's triple threat in the opening match. Let's do Jody. Penelope. Let's grab another face. A woman, face woman. Okay. Tamara did really good for us in a previous series that I did. And she's got decent promo skill. Okay, Tamara, you're hired. Opening match, women's triple threat. Jody Garcia, Penelope Perfect, and Tamara Tycross. English, Nick, can you speak it? Okay. Men's Tag Team title rematch. Try to grow the feud. Okay. Self promo for China, get her popularity up, and training promo for Sarah, get her skills up. We don't have anybody else to put in a promo here, but that's okay. I mean, we've got a great mid card. The Natural Disasters versus Von Erichs. The Skyscrapers versus the Midnight Express. And in our main event, we've got Rick Rude and Sting for Rude's Intercontinental Championship. $10,000 show cost only. That's good. We'll confirm the booking. Okay. Looks like WCW has a tag team championship here in their opening match, and a world title match as their main event. Looks like they've got a pretty stacked card. So do we, I think. Let's see if we beat them again this week. Okay, opener title match. Triple threat. Penelope Perfect picks up the win. It's only a mediocre match. I probably should have put something else on first, or given it a stipulation. That's my bad. Randy, excellent promo, calls out Hogan, who will be back next week. They'll have the rematch for the title then. Second match of the night, women's tag titles. Quinn B and Donna Matrix taking on Melly Fanny Fan and Neon Bright Star. Melly and Neon pick up the win. 1.5 star match. Disappointing, but it does start a rivalry. China gets 1 popularity. And our first big match, the Natural Disasters against the Von Erich brothers. Natural Disasters pick up the win. It's a 2-star match, but it does start a rivalry. Sarah with a great amount of ring XP there. We'll get her to our first perk very soon. Rematch for the World Tag Team Championships. The Skyscrapers against the Midnight Express. And the Skyscrapers hold on to the belts. It's a 3-star match. The rivalry grows. And next we have the Intercontinental Championship. Ravishing Rick Rude against Sting. Rick holds on to the title. 3-star match, not bad. We had overall good booking, but WCW outperformed us this week. Let's see. The popularity wasn't there for the opening match. That's disappointing. Rivalry starts. New champions. Popularity again wasn't quite there. Oops. Tag chemistry wasn't great, but we'll keep working with them anyway. Especially now that they've got a rivalry. Rivalry grows, performance wasn't quite there. Everybody's gaining in popularity, but I need to get them higher than that. Pretty good booking here, performance wasn't quite there. Other class matchups and the title match and the role worked well. Okay, WCW had 29,478 new fans this week and a profit of $21,987. They have a decent war chest. We gained 27,000 fans this week, $47,000 profit, $269,000 in money. We got the commissioner's goal. We got another health spot card. We are holding on to our lead in fans by 8,000. Not bad. For this week, we are going over to Australia. They perfect cheated me in that last match. I want a rematch within the next 2 weeks. Sounds reasonable to me. Dan Spivey says, I'm the best superstar on Raw, and the crowd might be getting bored of seeing me win so easily every week. He wants to go up against David Von Erich and Sting this week. Not in a tag match, he wants a triple threat or fatal 4-way. Okay, Dan. Let's see how dangerous you really are. Do not book your most popular available specialist. That could be a problem. Okay, we're getting our next tier arena. Okay, power cards available. Health Spa 3, Beginner's Luck, Superstar GM. Being able to boost someone's morale always comes in handy. So we'll grab that. Who is our most popular specialist? Let's see, triple threat. And Spivey. Our most popular specialist is the Macho Man. Nuts. David. Sting. Let's make it a fatal 4-way and get me marked in here so that Sting's rivalry with him will grow. Since we can't have Savage on the show, we'll have Hogan do a call out to grow their feud. Okay. Let's see. Tag team call out. Eaton and Lane calling out Spivey and Callis. Let's see. Jody wants a rematch. Penelope. Where's Jody? Okay. We've got that. Tag match. Women's Championship rematch. We could do Extreme Rules. It's somebody's specialty. I'm not sure whose. Medium standard cost. It'll boost the quality of the match. Let's do that. Okay, a men's singles match. Let's go Rick and Kevin for the Intercontinental Championship. And let's see. Sarah, China, Tamara, make it for the women's world title. Okay, what? Kind of promos do we need? Self-promo, training promo. Self-promo. Typhoon, training promo, Earthquake. Our card is fully booked out. Can we do something? Let's go tables for Rick and Kevin. Okay. Oops. No, none of them have a specialty in this match. Okay. Alright, there's our card. Dangerous Dan Spivey is getting his promise kept. He's facing David and Sting. And we put Mark in there, Dan's partner, so that his personal rivalry with Sting will grow. And yeah, looks like we've got a full card with title matches across the way. Okay. Let's see how our opening match goes. Sting with the win. 2.5-star match. Rose his rivalry with Mark. Hogan calls out Macho Man. Their rivalry is now at level 3. Triple threat for the women's world title. China holds on to her belt. 2.5-star match. Eaton and Lane call out the skyscrapers, and that rivalry grows to level 3. Jody is getting her rematch against Penelope for the title, the Women's Intercontinental. And Penelope holds on to the belt. It's only a 1-star match. Typhoon getting 3 popularity. And the women's tag title match, rematch from last week. And the former champs pick the belts back up, but Quimby gets injured for 4 weeks. That's disappointing. Earthquake gains 5 ring XP. And our main event, Ravishing Rick Rude versus Kevin Von Erich. Rick picks up the win. 4-star match. Still no rivalry. Over on WCW, their tag team championship is in the main event. Looks like they have a decent first match here. Jimmy Jam Garvin versus Ron Simmons. Okay. We had good booking, but yeah, WCW outshined us in most aspects of the show. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Performance wasn't quite there. Everybody's growing in popularity. Sarah gains 5 popularity this week. Tamara gains 4. China gains 1. Okay. Both gained in popularity. The performance wasn't quite there. This is where our injury was to Quinn V. But everybody did gain in popularity. We'll have to see. I think we have an injury rehab card. This was really good. Okay. Let's see. We picked up 27,756 new fans and almost the same amount in profit. We have $172,000 going forward. WCW got 32,000 new fans and $25,000 in profit. We got the commissioner's goal. We can gain 10 talent count points. We are still holding on to the lead by only 3,000 fans. We've got to do something about that. This is our go-home show. He's giving us a Health Spa Power Card to help going forward. Dan, thanks for the match. I knew they'd have to team up and cheat to deny me my victory, but the crowd could see who the best fighter was. Jody, thanks for the rematch. That didn't go the way it should have, but I appreciate the opportunity. And this is our go-home show. We'll have to see what we can do to get for these rivalries. Power cards. We don't have an injury rehab. Okay, 1 TLC match this week, gets us a network special. Is there someone we want to arrest? Stamina. Well, Rick doesn't have any feuds, so we can rest him this week. Is anybody near a new park? No, they are not. Okay. But Sarah's getting closer. Hunter wants a TLC match this week. What is Hogan's stamina? 63. Okay, let's make that the main event. TLC. Savage, Hogan, World Title rematch. Start off with a men's tag title match. What kind of... Let's make it a tables match. Do I want to do that? I could stand to make progress towards one of my seasonal challenges. Have an interference here. Sting coming in to go after me and Mark. Further their feud. Okay, mid-card match. Continue this feud. The Von Erich Brothers versus the Natural Disasters. Okay, China does not have a feud. How is that happening? Our women's champion doesn't have a feud. Okay. You know what? Let's try to get somebody and then use the homecoming card, or someone I can use the homecoming card. Let's see, in the 10 and higher, female, heel, search, no one. Okay. Let's do the established stars. We have Pretty Ruthless. Okay. Welcome to the brand. You're facing our women's champion this week. Okay, women's tag team title, or do I want to do a women's triple threat? Women's tag... No, wait, the women's tag champion is out injured. Okay. But we can do a tag team call out. Okay. Make it a four-way. Jody, Penelope, Tamara, Sarah. Put the title on the line. Okay, self-promo. Who do we have? Donna Matrix. Let's make it a training promo. Alright, and that's our go home show. We've got a decent main event, what I hope will be a good opener, and a so-so mid-card. Make this tables. For a slight quality boost, make it tables. Okay. Expensive show, but hopefully it'll be worth it. Okay. Alright, Tag Team Championship match. And the Midnight Express regained the belts. It does not advance the feud, but it's a 3.5-star opening match, and that's good. The call out goes great. That's a level 3 feud now. China versus Pretty Ruthless for the Women's World Title. Two-star match. Does start a feud. Donna gets 8 ring XP. That's good. The Von Erich brothers versus the Natural Disasters in a tables match. The Natural Disasters pick up the win. The 2.5-star match, the rivalry grows. Women's Intercontinental title match. Jody Garcia versus Penelope Perfect versus Tamara Tycross versus Sarcophagus. Let's see. Does Penelope retain the belt? Yes, she does. 2-star match. New rivalry between Sarah and Tamara. Rivalry grows between Penelope and Jody. Okay. Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage in a TLC match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Randy holds on to the belt, completes the rivalry with a 5-star match. Amazing. Our first 5-star match, of course it's those two. Good booking. Overall, WCW did better than us this week. That's okay. They gained 62,000 new fans and $42,000 profit. We gained 65,000 fans. We pulled ahead and $21,000 profit. We get the network special, increases the fans gained by 20%, can't be used the week of a POE, if that's okay. We are still holding on to first place by 7,000 fans. And we are at Clash at the Castle. Mark is enacting his rematch clause. He wants to go up against the Midnights again with him and Dan. Okay, we'll make that happen. Triple H, I had an email about an ad agency in the area. How do you feel about giving them a chance? They're charging $10,000 for a 3-week ad campaign. It can get us some new fans, but since they're new, there's always the potential to lose some as well. Can't pass up that deal. Let's get it in the books. Sounds good. I'll update you next week. And we grab the bonus for the PLE. Which increases the show quality by 5%, increases our ticket price, and increases our seat capacity. So we're going to take that. Our women's superstar. It's a tag match. If we win this, we gain a card that lets us steal 10% of WCW's ad revenue from next week's show. I'm going to go with China. She's our main superstar. In the women's division, it's got to be her. We have 2 mid-card matches. Our men's, very high stamina cost. Oh. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Great quality boost though, but the stamina cost. Rick, you're up. Bring this home for me. What power cards are available right now? Let's use pre-match physio to make sure Rick doesn't get hurt. Okay. Tag match. Oh man. They're both low on stamina. I'm gonna have to hold this off until next week. How? All right. Ensure your least popular available cruisers in the match. Oh, I need to put 2 women in here. Oops. My bad. Okay. Tamara, you did good for us in an earlier game. I'm going to ask you to come through for us now. You're going to be pushed to the moon, and you're going to be China's tag team partner. Okay. Everybody's so low on stamina. Except Sting and Mark. Who is our least popular cruiser? Cruiser. Neon Bright, sir. She needs to be... Really, Paul? Okay, fine. Neon. Ellie. Donna. And Sarah. Let's do a call out promo. Jolie calling out Penelope. And we need some money. Let's do an advertising promo. Who can afford to lose popularity? Macho Man has the better promo skill. Okay, this is our PLE booked out. And let's see what happens. Women's tag team match. Chyna and Tamara versus Kalani Jordan and Lula Tandy. Let's see who gets the win. And we do. We get the Castle Raid card. 4-star match. Let's see. Sting versus Mean Mark. Are only people with decent stamina. Mean Mark wins. Only a 2.5-star match, but it does grow the rivalry. Jodie's call out is successful. That rivalry grows to level 3. And our women in a fatal 4-way. Neon Bright Star picks up the win. Dull match. Should have put a stipulation on it. Randy gains a $16,000, only loses 1 popularity. Here we go. WCW Yokozuna versus Ivan Koloff. Doesn't appear to be a title match. Yoko with the win. 4-star match starts a rivalry for them. They grow a feud to level 4. They have a women's tag match. Not a title match, but it is 3-star. And for us, we have Ravishing Rick Rude versus Ole Anderson. Now there's an interesting matchup. Blast from the past matchup. Let's hope Rick can get this one for us. And he does. We gain both cards. And 4.5-star classic match. Their wrestler Ole Anderson is injured for several weeks. Tag chemistry was good in the first match, the women's. Okay, not bad. Popularity and performance were there. We probably could have put a match type on that. We really needed a match type on this one. But popularity is growing. Stamina is going down. Neon Knight's going to have to rest for a little bit. Okay, let's see how they did. Rick Rude is down to 21 stamina. We're resting him this week. We're putting a health spot card on him. Okay. We gained 94,493 new fans and $105,000 profit. WCW got 90,000 new fans and a $48,000 profit. We got the Commissioner's Goal this week. We got Back Alley Crew. We are still comfortably in first place with a 10,000 fan lead over WCW. So far, she wants to give us 2 women's wrestlers for $134,000 in cash. I need that cash. I'm sorry, I can't do that. Is there anyone that I want to get rid of in exchange for some cash? I don't think so. I'm keeping Quinn around. No, I don't think there's anybody I want to get rid of. And we gained 7,000 fans from the ad campaign. Let's keep that going. Her contract will expire at the end of the week. She wants to stay for 42,000. I have a card that will extend her contract. I think we just made her permanent. I guess you think your Raw is pretty special. After those POE victories, your luck's going to run out the next time you come up against us. It's hard for us to lose when we have the best superstars. The best for now, our day is coming. And Spivey, hey, I saw Hogan at the grocery store. He stole some milk and detergent from my basket. Really? Really? Okay, fine. You want a match against Hulk Hogan? Sure, Dan, you got it. I wonder. Listen, I'm sick of working for Sherry. I'm more than happy to ditch my contract and come work at Raw. For $63,000, she'll sign for the rest of the season. I wonder, let's make it happen. Okay. Here are our shake-up options. Paragon, select a superstar. All superstars who share the role of that selected superstar gain 5 ring XP. A+ medical team. Superstars who cut promos or sit out a show regain 4 additional stamina. That's big. That's big. Basics of the ring. Table, submission, and Hell in a Cell matches. Grant superstars 5 more ring XP. The A+ medical team, I've got to go with that. Wrestlers need stamina in order to perform at their best, and this is, this is vital. Okay, and with that, we are going to exit the game. And call it an episode. I thank you for spending this time with me as we go forward with this Golden Era My GM series. It is a lot of fun playing with the stars, the superstars of the era when I grew up as a wrestling fan. I enjoy this a lot. I am, again, as always, very grateful for the time you spend with me. And for the kindness, support, and love you've shown me throughout my whole life. I love you all. Take my love with you everywhere you go. I will see you again very soon. And as always, be good to each other. It's the highest calling in all the world. Show each other kindness, compassion, mercy, and love. And have a wonderful weekend.